Welcome back to another video. This is the 2020 Land Rover Discovery Series 5. Today we are going to go over the exterior, the interior, and go over the issues it already has had at 36,000 miles. This is Land Rover's 3-liter supercharged V6. It makes 240 horsepower and 332 foot-pounds of torque, taking this Land Rover to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds. For something that weighs over 4,700 pounds, that's pretty fast, with a 16 to 21 miles per gallon. Since this is a luxury car, one thing I do want to point out, which makes a big deal on engine noise transferring to the cabin, is just how well insulated this whole engine bay is. A gasket lines the entire bay, and on top has this nice high quality insulation, which prevents the noise from transferring elsewhere, which is very nice and what you should expect in a high-end luxury car. As with most non-American cars, the battery is placed in the back of the car, and these are the terminals that you need to connect to when you need to jump it. So you have the positive and the ground right there. This is the strut tower brace we have on both sides that gives this Land Rover a very nice and stable, firm and sporty ride. It's very important. This is a supercharger. It does have air intakes on both sides of the engine, and it's just really nicely buttoned up. You don't see all the craziness that's going on underneath the engine cover, but if you did, you'll see just how kind of intense it looks. It's also a very tight space inside of here and a lot going on. But that's what you should expect with a modern luxury car. Now, what about that thud? Sounds pretty good. Better than Lexus. So sitting in the driver's seat, it does feel very commanding. I feel like I'm in almost like a tank in some way. You can see over the dash, you can see almost the entire hood and where it stops, which is something I like. The armrest is, I think, essential in a car like this. The captain's seat, you want to feel like a captain when you're driving the Land Rover Discovery Series 5. And of course, all the buttons are intuitive, simple. You don't want anything too complicated. Mirror control. We do have the Meridian sound system in this car, which sounds very good. Wood grain surrounding the entire cabin. All the way up on the dash, all the way around, passenger door, and of course in the back seats. One thing I like a lot about this wood grain is that it's not too glossy or too manufactured. It kind of elevates it just a little bit. And these front seats are very nice seats. Leather covering the armrest, and of course the headrest. Now I do have a problem with the headrest because in my opinion it's not all that comfortable. On the steering wheel you do have these nice piano black controls. They are soft touch, and it is push to start, so you need the key in the cabin to start it. And of course, Land Rover has to go above and beyond and use a gear selector that rises up from the center console once you turn on the car. Twist it, goes in reverse, backup camera pops up, neutral, drive. To turn on the fog lights, all you gotta do is shift forward. Very nice sounding blinker. This is the entertainment center, it's very nice. It does have Apple CarPlay, you just have to connect the USB right there. This will pop up and you just have to press Apple CarPlay. That's my other video. And it just pops up like that, like a standard Apple CarPlay would. And to go back home, you just disconnect your phone and you're back to the normal Bluetooth actions. You have all these buttons right here for how their Land Rover can handle the outside terrain. The lowering and rising buttons. Two cup holders right here that I think your phone's supposed to fit there. I'm not too sure. Mine kind of does with my case on. We have the glove compartment right here. It's a pretty deep glove compartment with two USB plugs right here with a SIM card option if you want to use one. It also has a top storage bin, which is very nice. It does have a sunroof and a moonroof. Click it again, it goes all the way back and opens up. And the back one is just the moonroof. The window does not open. And there you go. So one cool thing about this sunroof and moonroof is the material that they use. It's not a normal hard material. It's soft. It's like a linen, if you will. Let's check out the back seats. Of course, it has this nice leather, just like the front seats. A flat floorboard, which is something I did not expect because this is sending power to all four wheels in the car. And of course, you have your own climate control back here and an optional third row seating. So these back seats are not bad. You have okay amount of legroom for this seat being all the way back. It's all the way back right now. Holders on both sides of the seat, just like this. You have the AC vents right here, which is really nice. Control them just like that. You have two 5-volt chargers right down here with USB. That's pretty cool. And to get in the back of the Land Rover, the third row seats, let's hold this, pull this, and it should come straight forward. And it's a good amount of room to get back there. So with this seat all the way back, I actually have all my knee room that I absolutely need. Do I want more? I kind of do, but it's, once again, not that bad with the okay amount of foot room. These seats feel pretty decent for third row seats. And that's how you open up the tailgate with your foot. Then we can fold down these seats to give a very flat surface in the back, which is very nice. Then with the press of a button, this folds out and it can easily support my weight. So am I saying you can tailgate in your SUV? I guess. Now it's time to talk about all the issues that this Land Rover 36,000 miles has already had. One of the most recent issues is water leaking through the windshield right up here. There's a bad seal. It would basically drip water from right here down to the cup holder and into the floorboard, and the floorboard would be soaking. But luckily that was covered by warranty and the entire windshield had to be replaced. The next issue has to do with these sensors up here. They were malfunctioning during the adaptive cruise control, which resulted in needing them to be replaced by the Land Rover dealership and again under warranty. Now the next issue has to do with the battery. Basically, the BCM, the battery control module, went bad or was going bad and would cause this car to stop and turn off at random times. So the owner had to get it towed and sent back to a dealership for that to be replaced as well under warranty. The next issue I have with this car is the fit and finish. See that? That is a gap right there on this piece, plastic piece. That is a little annoying. You could probably clip that together, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to break it. Should be fixed under warranty as well. And finally, we are at the tailgate. And of course, I'm doing my little kicking thing. And another fit and finish issue is basically this, and this rubbing there, and there. So this Land Rover was bought new with only 6,000 miles. They believe the first 6,000 miles were due to the dealership driving the car for whatever reason, which is why they got it slightly cheaper instead of buying a brand new one. So 6,000 miles, that's nothing. But for having 36,000 miles, it has all these issues. For a car as expensive as it is, you'd expect none of those issues. It's pretty surprising, and with the fit and finish issues as well. Luckily, it was all covered by warranty so far, so that is a win. After 100,000 miles, what are you gonna do? If you like this video, then go ahead and subscribe and like the video. It would mean a lot and really help me out. This is Chris at AutoMotivate. I always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you next time.